Alright, so we already done went over the scrum. We already went however it's supposed to happen, whatever it's gonna do. Now, now we know it's Roman and Cody. How do we get there? Because Rock done pushed himself in there. So it's like, what are we gonna do with the Rock? Now, I'm thinking of a couple ways what they could do here to evolve this situation. Now, I said in the last video that they could do Cody and Rock. I was like the first match of night 2, then Cody and Roman at the end of the night to close off on the championship. Cody's already tired. I was like, The Rock put him through a match, but but he beat one person up ahead of a table. He beats the guy at the head of the table. That's one route they can go, and uh, I was like, we don't know how Rock is gonna be, but I was like, I could see that being. I was like, but I think that would be better than having Cody and Rock main event night 1. Not only because I think like Bayo and Io should be like that, or Rhea and Becky, and it's not just like giving like it's like, oh, the women deserve it. It's not necessarily that. Although I do agree with people with the Royal Rumble winner having one of the nights. But to me, it's all about like story in that as well too. And I'm like, Io and Bayley got the story right now. If Becky and Rhea can somehow do that, that's fine as well too. But to me, I'm like, the story. If you really want to say, I'm like, it's the end of the bloodline. That's what we're doing. I was like, so it is not about like they need to have a match. It's like no, it's like if they match top and need people. No, it's not. Anyway, that's for another day. That's one route. 2 might be wild, but a handicap match. Cody versus Rock and versus Roman. Now, on one hand, it's like, would you have Cody pin Rock to win the championship? Now, I was like, I don't know if it's ever been done, but an elimination handicap match. Meaning that if Cody pins Rock, Rock is out, but he still got to face Roman. I was like, I could see that. I was like, I don't know how far-fetched that might even be as an option, but I'm just trying to build up something there where it's like, because in this, you're going to have it where it's not going to be easy for Cody to where you're basically going to be like, Cody has to win, right? He has to win. He could have been put through all this. But then you're also like, yo, they're going to have Roman win. They're going to have Roman continue this. He getting his ass beat by everybody. But bring me to another part. Because we won't know what the full slate of this really is until after really Elimination Chamber. But, Gauntlet match. Gauntlet match where it's Jimmy, Solo, Rock, Roman. That's what it is. That, and I was like, Cody has to beat every single person. And you started off with Solo first. Because starting off with Jimmy, we're like, yeah, that's gonna be really easy. And you would think that you would try to build it up, build up. But no. You start out with Solo first, and that way it looks like, oh man, he gotta get through the Enforcer first. We know he's gonna beat Solo, but Solo is a bigger threat in our mind than Jimmy. So that way, when he beats Solo, it's like, oh yeah, Jimmy gonna come in or whatever. And it's like, yeah, he's gonna beat Jimmy, but he's been beaten by Solo, which has him on an even par, sort of with Jimmy. Then by then you have him face Rock, then you have him face Roman, obviously, and yeah, and maybe you could do it where, like after he beats them, they are banned from ringside, or you could keep them at ringside because they lose and they get to stay over there. So maybe you still have them interfering and stuff or whatnot. And then at that point, you might try to, it could get a little convoluted by having Jay or Sammy or somebody else that's on side of Cody coming out, eliminating everybody, and you just got Rock and Cody at the end, and he wins that way. So that's sort of what I feel like they could do. I was like, at that point, then I was like, it gets a little too much, I guess, if you have like if you decide to have Cody and Roman and then The Rock as a special guest referee. That might be doing a little too much. And I know I just came up with concept that could be doing a little too much, but I guess at that point it's like, yeah, the odds are stacked against him, and he's gonna have interference. But with the special guest referee, it's like, that's asking for a lot. And if he just sort of beats them outright, kind of thing, and get rid of them, but yeah, no, I think that's the way they could go. This is just me, just off the top of the head, before anything else comes about, before they speak of anything, before other people might try to figure out how they go about it. Uh, yeah, that's just sort of my suggestion. But anyway, what are some of your ideas? Do you like these? How would you improve them? Or just give me something new. I was like, that's cool as well. All ideas are welcome here. I was like, I'm just here for the best product. What's going to sound fun? What's going to sound cool? What's going to get us all hyped? That's what I'm trying to hear for. Anyway, until then, out.